So if you're looking for a new exchange and you're a US customer, Weex is the answer right now. Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and today I want to talk about an upcoming exchange called Weex. That's right, Weex is one of the fastest growing crypto exchanges in the game, and I've been seeing more and more people talk about it, use it, and I love their features. Also, their fees are lower than a lot of the bigger exchanges. This makes it easy, and US customers can use Weex without a problem. No KYC, no VPN, and it's really, really awesome. So let's check it out. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Weex.com, why I like it, what they provide, and why you too may like Weex. There will be a link to Weex in the description. I do get a commission if you signed up to Weex. I would greatly appreciate that. So let's break it down. So you hit the link and you've opened up a Weex account. Maybe you used my link, maybe someone else's. I hope you use mine, but welcome and welcome to Weex. The first thing you got to do is deposit money into the account, right? So you're going to hit the deposit button. Mainly people deposit Tether. That's the main coin people send. They buy Tether somewhere else and send it into Weex. You can send Tether on TRC20, ERC20, Beep, Polygon, many different. Right now, like all the bigger exchanges, Kraken, I think, and Coinbase, they do ERC20. They may support TRC20, but I know for a fact they do ERC20. It is a higher fee, but that's a guarantee. So what you would do is you would copy this address, and then when you send the Tether, you would paste this address in the send area. So whatever exchange you're on, you'd hit send, and then they'd say send to where, and you'd paste this address in, and then you'd wait. And, you know, over the course of time, you'd watch the blockchain. It's pretty quick, usually on Ethereum, between 3 and 5 minutes, sometimes even quicker. And boom, you would have Tether in your account. So you would deposit Tether on the proper chain using the proper address. Okay, and that's how you would start your journey here on Weex. Once you have money on Weex, you could go to spot or futures, and I'm going to show you both of these now. I'm going to start with spot. So if you go to spot, you could trade spot right here. Very simple, very easy to understand. How would I trade spot? Let's say I wanted to buy Render. Render's a coin I own. I like Render. Say you weren't sure, you would type in the word Render right here or the ticker, and you would click on Render. Boom. Once you've clicked Render, you can see I have $62,000 that I could buy right now. You know, I could buy a Render, but I could also just place the order here. The amount, say I wanted to buy 1,411 renders. You could limit or you could market. What's the difference? Well, a limit order places your order on the order book, and then you wait for it to get filled. You basically are what's called a maker. You make the order, and you're the one that's making orders on the order book. When you're a maker, you pay less fees. When you basically market in, you're just going to take whatever orders are on there to match. Basically, if I market in right now, they're going to give me the price pretty close to what I want to this market price, but they may go a little higher, a little lower, depending. With a low liquidity coin, if you market in, you can get wrecked. Do not use market. Mainly use limit order, okay? Unless it's like a big liquidity coin and you're not worried about a couple cents here and there. But if it's a low volume coin and you use market, you could get destroyed. Be very, very careful if that order book is not thick enough. So limit order is your best bet. So what you would do is you go over here and you can say, I want to buy 712. It'll do that. And then you can kind of pull on how much render you want to buy. And down here, it'll show you how much. Let's say I was going to buy 10 render right now. I would type in 10 right here. I would click on the price I wanted to pay, try to get a little cheaper, but you know, I usually go pretty close to the price so I can get it done. $7.13, 10 render, which would be 71 bucks. Say I raise this up. Look, I could buy all the way up to 60 grand. Let's just go back to our 10. And it's going to say that I'm going to buy 10 render, right, for $71. I'm going to hit buy render, and boom, that order is successful. You can scroll down here to see if the orders are filled or not. They're waiting to be filled. They're not filled just yet, but boom, one of those orders did just fill, and then we'll see if the second one filled. The second one's a little low. I'm going for 712, so I'm wanting to see the price come back. It's good to put a lower price and then wait patiently for the order to fill. That's the best way to trade on spot. So this takes care of spot. Again, what if you wanted to buy BTC? You type in BTC up here, USDC, USDT. They have the Tether market. And then you would be able to purchase, you know, how much Bitcoin do you want? Or you could just scroll here and say, I'd like to buy a quarter of my account, half of my account, 75% or 100% of my account in BTC. So you put the ticker up here, you put the order number here, you click here to fill how much you want to buy, And then you can just drag this to see how much of your wallet you want to use and then hit the buy button. If you want to sell, it's the exact same idea. Say I was going to sell those renders that I had. Say I just made some gain on render. I'd type in render right here. I'd click on the ticker. I'd click on the price I would like to sell, maybe sell one right there. And then I could drag, you could type in 10 render. And then I could sell the render right now as well. Right now, look, I could sell the render for 713. If you go a little lower, you'll get out quicker. Like say I really want to get out and I'm not too worried, I could hit 713.2, right? That'll probably make it easier for me to get out. I hit the sell render button, order is successful. And that happened very, very fast. You see, that was done immediately. It sold the render like that. So that's how you would do it. That's how you can buy and sell render or any coin you want here on spot on Weex. So that takes care of spot. Let's go over to futures. What if you wanted to place a futures trade? In futures, you're going to go up here, hit futures, and it's going to take you to the futures account. Remember, we just talked about demo. I would always use demo first, okay? Use demo for at least a week or two. I would even say a month. Get really comfortable with it before you even start using real money. Here we're going to hit futures, which I already did, and now we're here in the futures account. We're going to set up a long, and I'm going to kind of show you how. Let's just say this was a falling wedge we were going to play. Very unlikely I wouldn't play this, but let's just say we're going to play this falling wedge to the upside. What we would do is we would set up, I use this long tool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, and I hit long position, and then where I'm going to enter, where I'd like to put my stop, I hit Alt H, which gives me these horizontal lines to put in where I'd like to keep my stop below. And then I'm going to, grab the measured move, which is the length of the pole. This is all the stuff you learn in my trading group. And that's going to tell me we can get up to 104,000. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in 104,007,007. And then the stop loss is going to be below that line there. And you can kind of grab this red and see, and you can see this is going to give you where the red's going to be. That number right there, 93.60. If I move that number will change. And it's like 93.724. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click what number I like to buy, like 95.7, and then I'm going to start to scroll over. You can see I have about $4,896 in the account, right? So if I scroll over here, this would be a 3-to-1. I would risk 184 for $775. I could click the open long button, and I want this in limit. If it's in market, it will open up immediately and you'll pay more fees. You'd like a limit order. I'd hit open long, click on it, and bang, it opened the long immediately. Now, if I want to get out of this trade immediately, I can easily just go here and hit flash close, or I could hit close. There will be a fee if I flash close. You see what I'm saying? It'll be a way bigger fee if you hit flash close. The best way to get out of this trade is to go to the close button, hit the limit, drag this over, click an order that you'd like to get out at, and hit the close long button. All right, look, I made $3 and I could hit confirm and it will likely close that long. You'll see all this will disappear. It'll fill the order and you'll be out of the long. Okay. Hasn't hit it yet. You could kind of drag this up or down on the long, right? Now, if you're really paranoid and it's not closing, you can always hit the flash close button. The problem with closes here, you're going to want to actually close like bull price. They're going to have to fill your limit, right? So you might just have to wait patiently for them to fill that order. Wait for the price to hit it and fill it. The cool thing is it could continue to pump and then you'd be protected because technically that's at a break-even stop. But the point is, another cool thing, we'll get rid of that. Say we want to stay in the trade. The coolest thing about the trade is as the trade starts to pump and you can hit this wide window to see everything really big. That's going to be this button right here, right? It's going to make the screen big. So say you're in the trade's going well, and the trade pumps, and you want to raise your stop loss. All you have to do is touch this black area. Don't touch the red area, touch the black area, and just smoothly move your stop loss. And what that'll do is it'll move it in, like say the price action is pumping, you can continue to move your stop loss. So you can protect the wins that you're making. You can also do the same. Say price is pumping, you wanted to move your take profit. You can move your take profit up. Maybe you thought the night wasn't as big and you wanted to move your take profit down. I mainly never really touch my take profit. I'm mainly just moving my stop loss up and up and up until they eventually hit my stop loss and kick me out of the trade. Again, every trade is a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. Every trade has a stop loss and a take profit. These are all the things you learn in my trading group. But to put them on here, you would you would go to the open position, click on the long tool, Take profit goes here, stop loss goes here, and then we click on our price, drag this over, and we hit open long. Okay. You can also do the same for a short. It would be the actual same thing. You just hit short. Your take profit would be lower down here, right? And your stop loss would be above, and you'd hit open short. It would be the exact same thing. So that's how you trade spot and how you trade futures here on Weex. It's very simple and very seamless and easy. You can see all your windows here. Then when you're in the trade, you can see what you did. You can see, well, how much did I use for margin? That was 56 cents. All right. And then it says, you know, how much you used a 17x leverage. Okay. And then it will show you right now you're down 0.63%. I'm down 0.3%, you know, and the realized P&L is probably the fee is like $2, like, because that will be inside, right? And yeah, now you can adjust leverage during the trade. I don't suggest doing that. I never do. And I like to trade isolated combined. Let's talk about that right now. What is isolated and combined? What does that mean? Well, adjusted margin mode. I'm isolated, okay? Isolated means this. Oh, they just added this separated. This is nice now. So cross meant if I have 5,000 in my account, they'll access that money during the trade. And basically if my trade goes down to a certain point, they could liquidate me without a stop loss. They could take, so if you're trading cross without a stop loss, they can take everything out of your account. Number one. Use a stop loss, they can't, right? That's why a stop loss keeps you from losing your entire portfolio. Isolated means that they can only take what's in the trade. So say I put 300 bucks in the trade and I have 4,700 bucks left in the, in my futures account. They can only take the 300 when I get liquidated. They can't take the 4,700. I personally trade isolated. That's how I trade. You'll eventually find your way. I found people that lose a lot of money and that just keep pouring money into the markets and get liquidated a lot. They are cross margin people. All right. Anyway, I trade isolated. Then there's combined or separated. So this means that the trades will actually turn into the same trade. So say you got in for 300 for 1,000 and you bought at, let's just say 90,000 to get out at 94. But then you made another trade where you bought at 91 to get in and out at 95. It's going to combine the average price that you got. Like you bought one at 90 and one at 91. It's going to say that your price is 90,005 and it's going to combine both those trades. But what if you don't? What if you want two separate trades? What if you're scalping the 1 minute while you're riding the 4 hour and you want those trades separate? You can separate them by hitting the separate button. Here, you can have two isolated trades that do not conjoin with the other and they'll actually take place separately. I really like this idea because I can have two different time frames open and I could trade them both. Lately, I'm using different exchanges to do that. Here, I could now do it in the same exchange. So that's the difference between cross and isolated and the difference between combined and separated here on Weex. Now, if you want to see your portfolio, you can hit total. It's going to show you your total balance right here. But if you click on the total balance, it's going to show you all your assets. And then you can find, where you are in the world. Like I'm English and I like to see it in US dollars. So that's what I see, right? But you could change it for wherever you are in your part of the world, right? Now it shows you your balance in Bitcoin and your balance in USD, right? It shows you what you made that day, or you might just have a long-term portfolio that's up or down that day. Today it's down 760, not too bad compared to all the ups and downs we've had. And you can start to see kind of what you got, right? You got $6,000 in Bitcoin. This has got 60 grand in Tether, Ethereum, and all your kind of holdings throughout. Okay. You can hide smaller balances if you have like tiny amounts that you don't want to see. All right. And by clicking that button there, this will show you basically all the coins that you own here on spot. You don't really have to see them here though, because you can go to spot and then once you type them in, they'll show up on your balance on spot. So now you've traded. Now I've showed you how to use spot and I've showed you how to use futures. Let's hope you made some money and it's time to withdraw. Okay. How do we take the money out of the account? Well, if you're trading futures, you usually end up with Tether. But what if you have a coin that you want to put on a hardware wallet and get off the exchange? You'd find your coin. Let's just say I bought some Ethereum and I wanted to send it to my hardware wallet. I'd pick Ethereum, I'd pick ETH, I'd go into my hardware wallet and find the deposit address, and I would be posting the deposit address here in the withdrawal section. Then I would hit how much ETH I want to send and I'd hit submit. I would make sure again I'm using the Ethereum network and double check the network. A lot of times too, when sending money from exchanges, it's good to send a small amount first. Say you want to send $500. Send, $50 first, $20 first. You will pay a little more fees in doing the test transaction. but I think that's good for mental clarity and it'll just make you feel better. So send a test transaction whenever doing a cryptocurrency transaction, especially when you're new. There's no worse feeling than getting involved in something brand new, sending your first $5,000 and losing it because you did not pay attention to the proper details of how to send the cryptocurrencies. So that's how you will withdraw. Most people, if you made money in futures, you'll have Tether, and you can send Tether ERC20 back to your other exchange or wherever you want, maybe to a hardware wallet for safekeeping, or maybe you have another exchange that you can onboard the Tether to USD, and that's what you'd like to do. You can do that. Send the Tether to that exchange and then send the Tether for USD, and then you can send the USD to your bank account. So that's how you would withdraw here. You go to the withdraw button, you'd find the coin you want to withdraw, you'd paste the address to the area you're going to, like what wallet, what exchange, you'd hit the amount and you'd hit submit. So that is Weex.com. Another good thing that Weex is doing is they're always giving back. They've given back to my community, and right now they're doing a trading competition for 150,000, a welcome bonus for 20,000, and a daily spin to win for up to $300,000 and win Bitcoin and more. So you can join all these different little awesome add-ons inside of the exchange. It's really, really cool. They also have their token, right? And you can get fees off if you hold the token. They also have their own token, which has a bunch of incentives. Right now, look at all my notifications right now. Number one, I'm getting airdropped US Tether for, trading a higher volume in my futures account. Number two, right, you can share 5 million of the ARTMS prize pool here. Okay, they're offering, right, by being a Weex customer. There's a free Pepu airdrop, right? They're going to share 770,000 Pepu, right? You just have to commit some WTX, which is their token. Same thing here, commit some WTX and share 760,000 WYZ. So there's also cool incentives. Trading competitions, welcome bonus, and daily spin to wins. There's always some way to get back to on top of trading here on the exchange. If you go up here to market, right, what you're going to do is they're going to show you all the things that are happening. The biggest gainers today, right? The newest listings, right? And what's trending on futures as well. I also like this. If you're learning about the ecosystem and you don't really know about crypto, you can have a blast just looking at all the different things. Like say you don't know about memes, hit the meme button and see what they have for memes. And you see Doge, 100 Pepe, Floki Turbo, and the list goes on. Hit AI, see what AI coins are out there. Fetch, right? Arkham, Wild, Tau, and more. So you can kind of start to understand the ecosystems, what's happening, NFTs, Metaverse, Layer 2s, and even the Solana ecosystem. There's so many different coins out there too as well. So you can kind of begin to learn more and see what's happening inside of different categories in cryptocurrency. Here you can see their fees. If you pay spot, it's 0.1% maker and taper. Doesn't matter. That's a flat rate no matter what. And then for futures, it's 0.1 and 0.03. You'll find the industry standard is 0.05 or 0.06, and even this is up to 0.02 or 0.03. So they're way below the average fees. For instance, Bybit, some other big guys, they charge way more than Weex does. So Weex is in the lower end of the fees, making it a lot, it's a lot simpler and more beneficial for a smaller account trader to build their account to make multiple futures trades, paying way less fees. Also, there's ways to lower these fees by becoming the maker every time, like I showed you, by using limiting in and waiting for the price to come to you, making that order book on the order and not taking that order book out of the order by marketing out or just moving your limit order into a demand situation. So by creating a limit order and always using limit, you'll basically pay the least amount of fees in the game. So those are spot and futures fees, and you can see their futures fees are way lower than the average exchange. So there you have it. That is Weex in a nutshell. Look, they're also giving a Ducati, a gold bar, and a Rolex. They're always doing something amazing, right? And if you commit WXT, as I showed you before. So that is Weex. I really like the Weex exchange. They're up and coming. I met the VP. I have, weekly talks with him. He's an awesome person. We got to know the team and the people behind the exchange. So it's not like there's no face behind them. Their customer service has been amazing. Any issue we've ever had has been easily taken care of, and it's been a really, really good relationship. So if you're looking for a new exchange and you're a US customer, Weex is the answer right now. And they're beginning to expand, and they'll have way more at your fingertips too in the coming months. So stay tuned for Weex, see what they're going to do, and watch their growth. I'm telling you right now, Weex is pumping. Now, if you hit the link to Weex and you sign up, I will receive a commission. However, this is not a sponsored video. I just receive commissions from Weex, and I love using their platform. If you want to learn more, watch my channel Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I go live 7 days a week to give you the hottest topics, the newest coins, and the best trading setups that I can find. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life.